Be careful, they are not what they seem to be. Picture meeting someone who seems nice at first, but actually has a scary secret. What if you could find out their real plans? Get ready for an exciting journey that will keep you hooked until the end, as we share the secrets you need to know. Today, we're looking closely at the scary truth hidden in everyday life. We're uncovering the mystery behind "Don't be tricked" 7 ways to spot a bad person. This isn't just about someone having a bad day or a simple mix-up. It's about spotting those who lie, cheat, and hurt others on purpose. If you've ever felt unsure about someone but didn't know why, this talk is for you. Let's learn together how to turn our gut feelings into real understanding. 1. The charm mask. Picture meeting someone who grabs your attention right away with their charm and warmth. They listen well, engage in conversation, and seem to care deeply about what you're saying. This first meeting can make you feel appreciated and important, showing off the person's seemingly friendly and outgoing nature. But this charming facade might hide a darker truth. This charm mask is often a sign you're dealing with a bad person, someone who's really good at tricking others. Why do people use charm as a mask? Charm is a tool, a way to achieve a goal for those with harmful plans. It acts as the perfect disguise, helping them attract others, create a false sense of trust and friendship. Here, charm isn't about real love or friendship, but a planned tactic to win people over, control them, and take advantage. Spotting the charm mask. It's hard to tell the difference between real charm and fake, manipulative charm. Look for consistency. Does their interest in you stay strong or fade away after they get what they want? Watch how they act around others, especially when they think they're not being watched. A genuinely charming person will be the same no matter who's around. On the other hand, a bad person's charm disappears when they don't need to impress or after achieving their goals. Eventually, the mask will come off, showing the person's real motives. This might look like suddenly not caring about your needs, talking more about themselves, or even starting to manipulate and lie. The important thing is to trust your gut feeling. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Remember, true kindness is consistent and isn't used as a way to get something from someone. Have you met someone who seemed really nice at first, but then you found out they weren't so nice? How did you notice they changed? How can you make sure you don't get tricked by someone just pretending to be nice? Let us know in the comments. Next, we're going to talk about how not caring about others' feelings is a big warning sign that someone might be bad news. Stick around, and learning about these warning signs can help keep you safe. 2. Lack of empathy. Empathy is when we can understand and feel what someone else is going through, both their happiness and their pain. It's what helps us connect and care for each other deeply. But if someone doesn't show empathy at all, it's a big warning sign. You might be dealing with someone bad who looks at other people not as humans with their own feelings and rights, but as objects for their own use. Not having empathy means someone just can't or won't see how others are feeling. This problem shows up in several ways. Not caring when someone else is hurt, not feeling sorry for doing something wrong, and not being able to be happy for others when good things happen to them. For someone lacking empathy, other people's feelings and needs don't matter to them. The effects of not having empathy are huge. It makes relationships very one-sided. Emotional support only happens if it's something the person without empathy wants. People around them often feel like they're not understood, not valued, and left out because their feelings get ignored or made fun of. When someone doesn't have empathy, it can lead to a situation where they might treat others badly and call it being honest or tough, but it's actually just mean or uncaring. How to spot someone without much empathy. Pay attention if they often ignore or belittle how you or others feel. Watch out for times when they don't seem to care about the hurt their actions cause. A big warning sign is if they keep making excuses for being mean or blame others for being too upset or sensitive. How to handle it. If you're dealing with a person like this, it's important to set clear limits and know your own value. Remember, their lack of emotional connection isn't about you or how valid your feelings are. It helps to talk to friends or experts who understand and can make you feel heard, something someone without empathy can't do. Think about these questions. Can you remember a moment when you felt like someone just didn't get or care about what you were feeling? How did that change the way you acted with them? What are some ways you can look after your own emotional health when you're around someone who doesn't show much empathy? Share your thoughts and tips in the comments. Understanding that not having empathy is a serious warning helps us know when we're dealing with someone who could be harmful. Next, we'll look into how skilled some people are at manipulating others. Keep following along as we learn more about how to spot and deal with tricky behaviors. 3. Masters of manipulation. Some people use manipulation, a tricky and often hidden way of getting what they want. They don't persuade you honestly, but instead use lies, pressure, or take advantage of you. Spotting when someone is manipulating you is really important because it's a sign you might be dealing with someone harmful. What manipulation looks like. Manipulation can feel like normal interactions, which makes it really sneaky. It comes in many forms, like making you feel guilty to get you to do something, making you doubt your own thoughts or feelings, or pretending they can't do something so you'll feel bad and help them. The person doing this is trying to control you so they get what they want, often not caring if it hurts you. How to tell if someone is manipulating you. You have to look closely at both the obvious and the less clear signs. Manipulators play with your emotions, using your kindness or sense of duty against you. They might change the story to make themselves look better, act like they're the one being treated unfairly, or deny they did anything wrong, even if you have proof. They also might say one thing and do another, or change their opinions based on whatever benefits them at the time. Being manipulated can really take a toll on you. It can make you start doubting your own thoughts and decisions. Your relationships might start to crumble because trust and honesty start to fade away, replaced by suspicion and bitterness. Over time, dealing with a manipulator's constant tricks and demands can leave you feeling emotionally and physically exhausted. How to fight back against manipulation. The first step is to know what manipulation looks like. Once you spot it, setting strong personal limits is key. Be clear about what you will and won't accept, and stick to your guns, even when someone tries to push you. If you're ever unsure, getting an outside opinion can help you see things more clearly. And don't forget to take care of yourself. Having people you trust who can remind you of your value is really important. Think about these things. Do you remember a time when you felt like someone was manipulating you? What tipped you off, and what did you do about it? How can you build up your defenses against being manipulated and keep your independence strong? We'd love to hear how you've handled these situations or any tips you've got. Manipulation is a favorite trick used by people who mean harm. By learning to spot and stand up to manipulation, we can keep ourselves and our relationships safe and healthy. Next, we're going to talk about how a need for control is another big warning sign to watch out for. 4. Always wanting to be in control. Having a strong need to control is a common trait among people with harmful motives. They want to have power over everything in other people's lives, from small personal decisions to bigger things like what others think or do. It's important to spot and understand this need to control to keep your independence and stay mentally healthy when dealing with such people. Why people want to control. This urge to control usually comes from the person's own fears and insecurities. They try to control others as a way to deal with their anxiety and uncertainties. But this kind of behavior is harmful and can really damage the confidence and freedom of the people they control. How to spot controlling behavior. This kind of control can be obvious or hidden. It might be someone telling you what to wear, who to hang out with, or how to use your money. It can also be less obvious, like constant criticism that makes you feel small and dependent, or emotional tricks, like making you feel guilty or doubting your own memories and feelings. Often, a controlling person will try to cut you off from friends and family, making it even harder to break free from their grip. Being under someone's control can deeply affect your mental health. It might make you feel like your own wants and decisions don't matter, leading to a drop in self-confidence. Over time, this can make you more reliant on the person controlling you as you start doubting your own judgment. This creates a difficult cycle of control and dependency that's hard to escape. To break away from a controlling relationship, it's important to take back your independence. Recognize the controlling actions for what they are, a reflection of the other person's issues, not yours. Set clear limits for what you will accept and communicate these boundaries firmly. It's also crucial to get back in touch with friends and family who support you and can offer a different view of things. Sometimes, talking to a professional, like a therapist, can give you the strategies and support needed to leave a controlling situation and help rebuild your confidence. Consider these questions. Have you ever been in a situation where someone had too much control over you? How did you realize what was happening? What steps can you take to make sure you stay strong against controlling behavior in the future? We encourage you to share your experiences and advice in the comments, joining others in this important discussion. Understanding and standing up to someone's need to control is key to maintaining your mental well-being and ensuring your relationships are healthy and respectful. Next, we'll talk about pathological lying, a major red flag when dealing with someone potentially harmful. 5. The constant lying. People with harmful intentions often lie a lot. This isn't just about small lies here and there. It's a constant flow of untruths used to twist situations, trick people, and keep control. In this part, we'll explore how these individuals build complex networks of lies. What pathological lying is. Pathological lying is the habit of lying for no good reason. These liars craft detailed, believable stories, twisting facts and playing with emotions to fit their secret plans. Their lies can be so well told, it becomes hard to separate what's real from what's not. Why they lie. The reasons behind their lies vary. Sometimes it's to hide something they did, to make themselves look better, or to get what they want by fooling others. They build up fake realities with their lies, whether it's small details or big, life-changing stories. How to spot a pathological liar. Figuring out someone is a pathological liar can be tricky because they're good at lying, but you can look for clues. Their stories might keep changing, they could contradict themselves, or they might not give straight answers when you ask questions. With time, you'll notice things don't add up. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. The damage caused by their lies. The damage from such constant lying is deep. It leaves people feeling upset, confused, and unable to trust. Relationships fall apart as the lies pile up, destroying trust and closeness. At work, these liars can turn places into stressful, truthless spaces. Handling someone who lies all the time needs careful thought. Doubt what they say and check the facts when you can. Write down what they tell you so you can spot when their stories don't match up. Talk to people you trust for a different view and to feel understood. In serious situations, it might be best to step back from the liar or get advice from a professional to look after your own mental and emotional well-being. Questions to think about. Have you ever dealt with a habitual liar? What clues tipped you off to their dishonesty? What steps can you take to protect yourself from getting tangled in a liar's complicated stories? Share your own stories or advice in the comments. It's helpful to learn from what others have been through. Understanding the nature of pathological lying and its impacts can help us deal with these difficult situations more effectively. Remember, knowing about these issues is a powerful tool for keeping yourself and your relationships healthy. 6. Exploiting trust. People with harmful intentions often take advantage of the trust others place in them. They recognize trust as a valuable currency in relationships and exploit it to achieve their own goals, betraying confidences to manipulate situations in their favor. This betrayal isn't just about breaking promises. It's a calculated move to use someone's weakness against them. When you notice someone repeatedly using the trust you or others have in them for selfish gains, be wary. This exploitation is a clear signal of a deeper, more evil nature. To guard against trust exploitation, be observant of how someone handles confidential information or promises. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and the safekeeping of shared secrets. Reflect on whether your trust has been honored or taken for granted. Strengthen your judgment by paying attention to patterns of behavior that suggest a lack of respect for privacy and integrity. Establish and communicate your boundaries regarding what you share and expect in return. Trust should be a bridge built on solid foundations, not a tool for personal advantage. 7. Ignoring boundaries. Individuals with bad intentions often show little regard for personal boundaries. They might push into areas of your life uninvited, offering unsolicited advice, criticism, or demands. Ignoring boundaries is a form of disrespect and an attempt to assert dominance or control. It's important to recognize when someone does not accept a simple no or continuously invades your personal space without permission. To deal with boundary violations, be clear and assertive about your limits. Understand that it's okay to say no and expect it to be respected. Reinforce your boundaries through consistent actions and avoid engaging with those who deliberately ignore them. Support networks can also provide strength and perspective, helping you to stand firm. Recognizing and asserting your boundaries teaches others how you expect to be treated and signals that you value your own well-being and freedom. In wrapping up, it's vital to recognize the signs of interacting with potentially harmful individuals for our own good and to maintain positive relationships. By being aware of and addressing behaviors like deceptive charm, lack of empathy, manipulative tactics, a need for control, and constant lying, we arm ourselves against emotional and psychological harm. Knowing these signs, setting clear personal limits, finding support, and sharing what we know can help us and others live in a kinder, more caring environment. Thanks for joining this conversation and taking steps toward a more protected and strong future. Your participation is important. If you've gained something valuable from our talk on recognizing and handling harmful intentions, showing your support with a like and sharing this discussion can make a big difference. Spread the word to friends, family, and co-workers. Together, we can spread awareness and empower more people in handling complicated interactions. Feel free to leave your thoughts, personal stories, or any other tips you have on this topic in the comments. Your input can start important conversations and assist others. Your involvement helps build a more knowledgeable and empathetic community. Let's unite in promoting healthier connections and creating a safer, more understanding world. As always, until next time.